Продовжуємо роботу.
We continue work of the Ukrainian Crisis Media Center, and I invite to the microphone Colonel Andriy Lysenko, official spokesperson of the Ministry of Defense in ADO issues. Dear colleagues, please listen to the information about situation in the anti-terrorist operation, but before this information, I would like to remind you that today we have a professional holiday of the Ukrainian paratroopers, who are the elite and stars of Ukrainian army. Your motto is nobody except us. This points out to the main principle that you are always present in the most complicated situations. You many times proved your professionalism in combat situations in the east of Ukraine and continue to restrict Russian aggression in the east of Ukraine, demonstrating patriotic spirit, courage, the golden stars and the hero of Ukraine title were awarded to 9 paratroopers: Igor Gerasimenko, Mikhail Zabrodsky, Igor Zinich postmortal, Ivan Zubkov postmortal, Andriy Kovalchuk, Alexander Parhun, Taras Senyuk postmortal, Andriy Tkachuk, and Valery Chebeneev. And we deeply respect the memory of those who gave their lives to the motherland. And now the latest information from ADO area. Lugansk sector combat activities were held along the entire contact line here. The hottest spot was in Popasnyansky district. After sunset, the enemy 7 times violated ceasefire regime. They used small arms, grenade launchers. In Novozvanivka, the snipers worked, and in many places, shellings and fire were lasting for 10 minutes. In Stanitsa Lugansk, the band formations opened fire from small arms. In Krimsk, they launched 2 mine bombs, and in Troitsk, they used armored infantry's vehicle. In general, in Lugansk sector, there were 12 ceasefire violations yesterday. Donetsk sector, the militants continued firing shellings over our positions, except for the Donetsk airport location. Everywhere they used mortars, and around Gorlevka in Zaitsevo, Mayorsk, Verkhnyataretska, they launched more than 50 bomb mines. Near Svitlodarsk, the occupants were the most active in dark part of the day. In Avdiivka, they opened fire after 9 p.m. They shelled our positions from small arms and mortars, and ATO forces opened fire in response. In general, around Donetsk, there were 13 shellings, and 6 out of them with heavy weaponry. In Mariupol sector, major combat activities were in Lebedinsk village, where there were 4 shellings lasting up to 30 minutes. The enemies used machine guns, grenade launchers, armored infantry vehicles, and launched 1 mine. Then in Krasnogorivka, Novotroitsk, and Talakivka, small arms were used. In Shirokin, they used mortar.
During the last 24 hours in the Mariupol sector, there were 9 enemy shellings. Twice the militants used mortars. Also, yesterday in the morning, the militants shelled suburbs of Odine with banned weaponry with 4-barrel missile system, and fortunately no casualties among civilians. And at the same time, the militants carried out one more provocation by blowing up engineering explosive items near Staromikhailovka, and in this way they tried to imitate shellings by Ukrainian forces. And also yesterday the militants once again violated the Minsk agreements without any explanations. They restrained OEC special monitoring mission trucks with the video recording equipment of the observers for 7 hours near Olenivka village, Volnovasky region. During the last 24 hours, in the result of the military actions, 1 Ukrainian serviceman died and 2 were wounded. Our hearts go out to the relatives of the servicemen who died. Law enforcers of Slavyansk detained 2 members of the illegal militant groups. These residents in spring 2014 voluntarily joined the ranks of the militants, and in the course of illegal activity they served at checkpoints near seized administrative buildings and at improvised checkpoints. Then the men fled and were hiding in the territory of the Russian Federation. Now they may be sentenced up to 8 years in prison. And in Kharkivshina they completed field training of artillery detachments of the National Guard. During 2 months, servicemen improved their firing skills with the use of different types of weaponry, the battery of 122mm howitzers and mortar squads destroyed targets both during the day and at night using flare mines and shells for more accurate fire. If you have questions, please ask. Do you have questions? If there are no, thank you. This is the end of press briefing.